pay tribute to my honourable friend, the member for Redditch, for his efforts to secure this important debate. Being an MP is a difficult job to define. It is true that there are 650 ways to be an MP, and we're all finding our way, but in choosing such a subject for his debate, he shows his humanity and the man that he is. So I really commend him for that. With debates like this, we can do good in this place. We have a profound opportunity to profile issues we and our constituents care about and fundamentally amplify the voices of those in our constituencies who might not otherwise get the attention they deserve. We can show them that they matter, restore their trust and faith bit by bit. I love this job because we get to do that. It's an honour to speak in today's debate on a topic that is critically important to the future of our young people. Mental health in education settings is an issue that affects the entire country and one that demands urgent action. 1 in 8 children and young people in the UK are living with a mental health condition, often left without the support, guidance and critically treatment they need to build resilience to thrive in our fast-changing world. For years, governments failed our young people by not providing the certainty and fundamentally the early interventions needed to support our children into mental wellness and the knowledge that when things go wrong, there is a safety net for them. This issue has only worsened since the pandemic, which amplified the strain on the mental health of young people, and too many students, and I see this, well, we will all see this across our families, are still not receiving the support they need. This is a crisis we cannot afford to ignore. Too many young people are not in education, employment or training because they've been failed by a system so woefully unsupported during a time when anyone who has any children or who works with them knows that this is a crisis and has been for a long time. Funding for mental health support teams represents a step forward in ensuring that young people receive the help they need, particularly at an early stage. However, we cannot overlook that much more still needs to be done to ensure that children in towns like Weston-super-Mare, Wirral and beyond do not fall through the cracks anymore. I welcome the government's progress in a short time, yet the reality is that not all schools are currently able to access these services. And even when MHSTs are available, the support is often not enough. I know everybody across this House is impatient for these much-needed improvements. As constituency MPs, we see the pain of the previous government's failure on child mental health at surgery after surgery. We must ensure that these teams are expanded across the country, reaching every school and every student who needs help. I'd like to pay tribute to all the teachers, support staff, volunteers and families across Weston, Wirral and the villages for their crucial role in supporting the mental health of our young people. These are the ones who see students day in and day out and who are the first ones to notice when something is wrong. Yet many teachers and teaching staff feel underprepared to deal with the mental health challenges in their classrooms. Staff should not feel they are managing these challenges on their own, and it is vital that schools are supported with resource but also ongoing professional development to help deal with the increasing prevalence of mental health challenges faced by their students. We must also recognise that the mental health of teaching staff themselves is just as important. Teaching staff work under incredible pressure, and the emotional and psychological toll of supporting students, often with their own challenges, can be overwhelming. If we expect teaching staff to support the mental health of students, we must ensure they receive appropriate support too. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The evidence is clear. Investing in mental health support in schools not only helps students emotionally and physically, but also boosts academic outcomes and overall school well-being. It cascades out to families and well beyond the school gates. We cannot and must not fail more children and families by not taking this seriously. The young people of Weston-super-Mare, like those across the UK, are bursting with potential, but without the right support for their mental health to navigate the challenges and take advantage of the opportunities of our fast-changing society. And I think that's important. We often talk it down rather than talk up, the nature of our fast-changing society. That potential won't be realised unless we equip them with those tools. I look forward to the government's continued expansion of mental health support in schools, and I urge them to ensure that our teaching staff are given the tools and support they need to look after their own mental health so they can continue to be the positive role models and carers that our students need. We trust them to look after our children every day, and we owe it to them to make sure they are looked after too.